Welcome and thank you for tuning in today. And today I wanted to talk about very wonderful topic on acceptance and what can we learn by accepting it. Now, before I start about acceptance, I wanted to talk about uh, two small parables which can relate or connect to it. There lived there one bird, and it was sitting on a boat, a big boat, let's say, for example, and then she found a fish, and she started eating. In the process of enjoying the fish, the ship left the shore, and basically, the bird enjoyed the fish, but by the time it realizes, and there's no shore for her to reach back. So it went on top of the ship and looked around, and she couldn't find anything. So it traveled back and forth in all the four directions, but it couldn't see it couldn't find the destination. So finally it realized after a long struggle, and it got tired and went back to the ship, on top of the ship, and then it fall asleep. And by the time it wake up, basically it just saw the shore. Now that's wonderful way of looking at the life. Most of the time that we do struggle for existence and doing all the things at which we can, even though we don't succeed. But when you let go of the thing, sometimes accepting there's nothing much you can do, doing the best you can, and there is nothing much you can do, and living to the God or a creator or the source which He created you, and resting yourself sometimes can take you to the different level altogether without you struggling a lot. And that might sound that okay, if I don't do it, how do I uh, survive? And there are many questions comes, and that's what the bird did. It wanted to reach to the shore, but it tried everything it couldn't go, and then eventually, when the ship starts one place, it never stays in a sea. And when you just get that little bit of awareness of your life, that your journey definitely reaches to a destination, and the process you don't need to struggle when you accept it. There's one wonderful way of looking at life in different aspects of what we come across and what we do. Doesn't matter wherever you travel, bus, train, flight. Imagine that you have a certain luggage you can carry, and you just put the luggage in a different part, and you make sure that by the time you reach the destination, you just relax and have a cup of coffee, tea, read books, and listen music, and you fall asleep, so on and so forth. By the time you reach, you have the luggage. But what if you don't trust the process, that you don't get luggage, and you sit in a flight, or you sit in a train, or you sit in a bus, and carry the luggage with you on your shoulders? Basically, that you can ask your questions. What will happen if you have to carry 20 kilos of weight on your shoulder entire your journey? You get exhausted somewhere at point of time. You just have to drop the luggage and be in present and enjoy the life a little bit. That is one way of looking at it. And now, why I'm coming back to these two stories and coming back to the acceptance? There are many times we don't accept the way it happens, and that I've seen a long time in my life too. And there's always a resistance. When you don't accept, that means you're fighting for something. And most of the time, it will not go the way you accept if you don't accept. It will not go the way it should if you don't accept it. In many aspects, whichever the way or wherever is your journey in your life, at some point of time, the moment you realize accepting is a powerful weapon against the ego. Now, when you accept whatever the situation, ego dies, and on top of that ego, you always fight